It's a Christmas miracle. It is 4:40 a.m. I'm in the common room, and hallelujah, free pizza. Don't mind if I do. Good evening, everyone. Morning? I decided to do this vlog not even 10 minutes ago. I'm here to talk about a drug that a bunch of people, especially college students, are familiar with. Caffeine. The perfect solution to turn that very shitty morning into a okay shitty morning. If you drink a lot of coffee, I'm sure you know this by now, but it's one of those drinks that people say that it's either really, really good for you or really, really bad, depending on who you ask. Really, just look around the internet, just Google it. Like a bunch of reasons why you should drink coffee, and then there's a bunch of reasons why you shouldn't drink coffee. So, what is it? I mean, it really depends on the person, I guess. Some people claim that coffee actually makes them sleepy. Some people just can't drink it after a certain hour of the day or else they can't sleep. Like myself. I started drinking coffee in 10th grade. And I used it as a tool of sorts, specifically to aid my acting in the school musical at the time. It was Little Shop of Horrors, and I was the old, angry Jewish guy, Mr. Mushnik. Fun times, fun times. So, bright old me thought of it to be a brilliant idea to fill my high school sophomore body with caffeine in order to make me feel more energized and to channel all that hyperactivity into pure acting. And it worked. It worked. My theater director was very, very impressed. Then 11th grade came along, and that was the year that I really started procrastinating. No, like, it was bad. It was incredibly rare for me to sleep before midnight. And no, I didn't really have a lot of particularly hard homework. At most, like, on a terrible, heavy workload day, at most it was 2, maybe 3 hours if I had, like, say, 3 tests or something. Yeah, my high school was super relaxed. And to think it was a college preparatory school. I'll make another video for that sometime. I have a lot to say about that topic. But yeah, I would usually sleep like at 4 in the morning. Like some insane time like that. And why? Because I would get back home. I would screw around on the internet when funnyjunk.com was still a thing. Oh god. I mean, it was never really a thing to begin with, but it was for me as a content creator on the internet. Back to the topic, I would fiddle around on the internet, then drink a thermos of coffee, fiddle around some more on the internet, then say starting around midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I would start to do my homework. It's not cool. Like, looking back at it, that is not cool. This pizza has French fries! Oh my goodness. I didn't notice that until now. This pizza has French fries. I'm sorry. Back on topic. Like, not to brag, but 10th grade and prior to that, I was usually, like, on the A honor roll. Sometimes on the AB, but yeah, usually on the A. But starting from 11th grade, I was really struggling to even get on the AB honor roll. So my mother, being a mother, of course, worried about my lack of sleep, my lower than average grades, my well-being in general. And looking back, she told me something. Her exact words were, "Gilberto, Casi no duermes y tus calificaciones son más bajos que normal. Es el café. Te está alterando el café. And at the time I was like, oh mom, don't worry about it. You're just being, you're worrying too much. But, I'm starting to think that she might have been on to something. I mean, it's an irrefutable fact. Before the 11th grade, I did not procrastinate at all. I got my homework done before 7 p.m. at the latest. And then afterwards was when I did, my internet surfing or fooling around or whatever. So the bad habit that is procrastination started afterwards, when I started drinking coffee. And I'm only realizing this until now. I started procrastinating when I started drinking coffee. The question is why? Why does coffee make me procrastinate while it makes others focus on their work? And I could think of a couple reasons why. But the thing is, this sort of psychology, because it's what it is, this sort of psychology, it's very wonky, I guess you could say. I mean, you could come up with a probable reason why a person or people behave a certain way, but it may not necessarily be correct. So I mean, the best we could come up with are theories or reasons that may support our case. That being said, probably the major reason why I sleep late and do my homework late when I drink coffee is probably because I suppose I have the subconscious mentality that, okay, I just drank this drink that will magically allow me to be awake for an extended period of time. Therefore, I can goof off for a fraction of that extended period of time, do my homework, and then sleep before the crash. In my case, I feel happy and more alive. I feel, what's the word? Euphoric. That's maybe a little too extreme, but I feel great. I feel great when I drink a lot of caffeine. So because I feel great, I suppose I want to do things that additionally make me feel great, like go on the internet, go on Reddit, go on YouTube, watch videos, things that make me happy besides the caffeine, Come on, who doesn't like happiness? And I suppose I subconsciously wouldn't like it if, I am feeling happy and I allow myself to do something, mandatory or something that I'm assigned to do. And again, I may be wrong. I'm not a psychologist by any means. I'm literally playing therapist with myself here. Yes, I was not like this before 11th grade. Yes, I have difficulty sleeping after midnight when I drink caffeine, say in the late afternoon, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And yes, I have a terrible procrastination habit, which I really need to get rid of if I want to fully succeed. If what I'm thinking is true, and it pains me to say it because I absolutely love coffee, I just don't think it suits me as a college student. It may be a tool to keep others focused and to make them memorize what they've studied, but I suppose it hinders my ability to study as well. Now, let's pretend that I just quit caffeine cold turkey. What would happen? I would feel shitty for the first couple days because there's usually that hump for the first few days. So what would happen? I would get groggy. I would feel shitty. But if I use that to my advantage, what if I were to program myself to sleep at, say, no later than midnight. Like I propose in the resolution challenge, which I have broken tonight again. That's gonna get written down. What if I told myself for me to do all my homework as best as I can, and then goof around a bit as a reward, and then at around midnight, but right before midnight, when I'm feeling sleepy, to just go to bed, sleep 7-8 hours, and can go on the next day. Today's the 18th. The end of February is in 10 days, conveniently. No, 11 days. This is a leap year. All right, no bullshit. Here we go. I testify on my testicles that for the next 11 days, I will not drink coffee to see what happens. To see what happens, to see how I will behave, to see how I will react, to see if I will improve on my schoolwork. Okay, the deed is done. I have testified on my testicles that I will no longer, at least for the next 11 days, just to see what will happen. It's just 11 days. Some people are currently going through a 40-day sacrifice for Lent. If they can do 40 days, I can do 11. No, it's no big deal. It's no fucking problem. Before I finish this video, I must punish myself if I were to drink caffeine. If I drink caffeine within the 11 days before February ends, I will put both of my hands in buckets of ice water for 30 minutes and film it for y'all. Okay, no, too late. I said it. I testified on my testicles. I did the whole shtick. Right, there. Why am I acting like this? Really, why am I acting like this? I shouldn't. Other people are going through far worse, and they're admirably doing just fine. They're struggling, but they're fucking doing it. So, alright, no more whining. I can do this. I can do this, and I will not be dipping my hands in ice water. That is stupid. Take care, kick ass.